are a former juggler, and you actually performed at a circus.
Yes.
Talk about intense and stressful. So you definitely have something to say about nerves and being able to get up and perform. What kind of advice would you have for the X Factor contestants for them to be able to focus each week on a new act?
Yeah, well, I guess it's important to remember that you already have the skill. You already have everything that you need. So I guess important to remember things. You go on stage and just have fun. I know it's hard to say, but you go on stage and we talked about it before the show. You go on stage and there's a magical moment happen where you go, I'm so nervous, and then you just breathe in, breathe out, and magic happens.
How would you feel if I asked you to just juggle right now?
Oh my gosh.
We have some apples that we brought here for you tonight. So let's see if you can handle the pressure, Olga.
Okay.
We're live.
I haven't juggled in so long. Breathe in, breathe out. I'm sitting, which just makes it a lot harder. Okay, here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I can do it.
Oh my god.
Okay, let me do something.
Look at that.
Oh
My gosh. Wow.
And boom, finale. Yes,
See?
I did it.
You make
That's
it look
breathe,
so easy.
Breathe in,
just like the
breathe
X
out.
Factor contestants.
Yep,
For sure.
Breathe in, breathe out. Now, you're constantly using social media to connect to your fans. You've taught me a thing or two, I know that. What do you recommend for the contestants? Because they're going to be using social media. What do you recommend that they do to connect with their fans?
Definitely Twitter. Twitter's still big. You use Twitter every day. Update them on what's going on. Facebook, Google Plus, whatever you have available.
That's great.
Yeah.
And
YouTube. Because this is the closest thing that you can get to TV. You can film yourself, update on what's happening with your life, with your talent, career, anything.
Absolutely. Now, you know that on the X Factor we use social media a lot. We have an app, and people can call in and vote different ways, texting, tweeting, using the app. How are you going to vote tonight?
Twitter.
You're going to tweet it in?
Yes, Twitter. Actually, I'm going to use all of it because you have the opportunity to use all of it. Why not use all of it?
For sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, Phillip, was on the show.
Yes.
So I was wondering if you had any advice for him, perhaps.
Well, for you, definitely to keep showcasing your talent on YouTube.
I will.
Build your fan base. Take your fan base that you already have to YouTube and continue recording yourself. And Twitter, Google Plus.
I tweet every day.
You do. I know, we've been tweeting before the show. Yeah.
And it's me on my Twitter. It's awesome
It's
to just
real.
connect with them and reach out with them. It's fantastic.
That's what I do all day long.
Now, I know that you vlog every single day, and
It's
for those of you who don't know what vlogging is, which you should know, it's video blogging. Is there any chance that we'll see an X Factor vlog from you tonight?
Yes, I have been running around recording some behind the scenes, and I recorded both of you. So yes, you definitely see it on Olga K2 channel on YouTube.
For sure.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I love it. Now, one of the things I love about your videos is you're always dressing up as different characters
you
and
look
putting
great.
on different costumes. Obviously, on the X Factor, there's a lot of costuming that goes into each of the performances every single night. If you could dress up one night, what would you be on the X Factor?
I would definitely dress up as one of my favorite characters, and it's Ema Girl. Her name is Razorblade.
Cool.
Because for some reason, when I put a lot of makeup on and wigs and costumes, you feel like a different person, and you feel like maybe you can hide behind it. And on the show, they make you look like a star, and they help you look like a star, and you gotta feel inside that you are a star when you go on that stage.
So you
And
think that the
definitely
costume helps the performance?
Absolutely.
Yeah, the
Yes.
costume always adds to it.
Yes.
I mean, when you're in the right attire, you just...
Yeah, you
act
just
the
feel
part.
like you belong, and
Exactly.
you just go out there and you go, yes, this is my stage, this is all the people supporting me,
Yeah.
I'm here just for you, so yeah, it definitely helps.
Yatfu nobi mushka.
Mushka! How do you know about Mushka?
Oh, I know about the Moosh army.
Mushka is my cat, and I have a Moosh army, and yes. And Mushka is in a lot of my videos as well.
For sure.
Phillip did his
Yes.
homework.
He did.
I think he has another little talent, too, that he wanted to share with you.
Yes.
Which talent was that?
No?
I speak a couple languages.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you speak Russian?
I only speak a little bit of Russian. I have a lot of Russian friends. I speak Japanese and French though as well.
I speak a little bit of Japanese.
I saw this guy.
Okay, all this talent. I can't handle it. I can't handle it. Thank you so much again for being here, Olga. And
Thank
tell
you for
everyone
having me.
where they can find you.
You can find me on youtube.com/OlgaK or OlgaK2 for my daily vlogs and behind the scenes of the show.
Yeah, so if you want to see her vlog from today, you just go to youtube.com/OlgaK2.
Yes, 2 as a number.
And on Twitter, you're Olga K.
Yep,
pretty
Olga K everywhere.
Just a lot of Olga K's.
Yep.
Okay, awesome. Right now, check out the over 30s package. Josh, Stacy, and Leroy told us how and when they first discovered that they had the gift.
Check it out.
Great job. In 7th grade, I failed music class. because I didn't do any homework and I didn't care. My music teacher, he said, well, I'll pass you if you join choir next year. I said, oh, God. No, fine. And I joined. I don't know why it was such a big deal. All the girls were in choir. And it was good. I kind of learned some fundamentals in singing. And I played my first gig when I was 15 at a little place in Lodi, Ohio called the Shady Glen. Incidentally, I told them that I was 22 because it was a 21 and over bar. And I got $100 for playing for 4 hours, and I did that every couple weeks or every week or so, and I was hooked.
I got my first guitar when I was 13. I just sang along with the radio, and I would automatically be able to sing harmony. I didn't even know what harmony was, but I would find a note, and I was like, oh, that sounds kind of cool. And I think at some point I realized I was singing harmony, and then shortly after that, started looking for people to play with.
My uncle would travel to different churches, and he would have me sing before he preached, and that was when I started to be comfortable in front of an audience. And I didn't realize that was a real training ground for me. So when I was about 4 years old was my first solo. My uncle would take me with him to the South and to different churches and that sort of thing, and I would sing. So that was my training ground in the church, very young, very, very young. I sang in church all my life.
Well, I know firsthand that those three are probably backstage warming up their vocal cords as we speak. And somewhere not too far from there is Jim Cattiello. Jim, it's getting close to showtime. What's going on there backstage?
Phillip, it is crazy back here. I went to interview the fans, and I came back, and look at this place. It is exploded with people getting makeup. You are right. Some of the over 30s were just here warming up. I'm not making that up. And it's crazy. And fun fact, the friends and family of the contestants are actually visiting this week, so you're going to see them probably in the audience tonight. And speaking of friends and family, Courtney Pants, our good friend for the pre-show. It's so good to see you. So you have the craziest access. You have even better access than I do. I'm super jealous.
I have all access everywhere, all the time. I'm creeping around corners, in their bunk beds that they don't even have, but I like to pretend.
That's pretty intense. We actually have some of your adventures from last week, and we're going to show them right now, because it's amazing.
Let's
Check this
do
out.
that. That's how they warm up. Oh, okay. Whoa, whoa. It looks like Justin Bieber's car on your shoulder. It's amazing. I saw that tweet. Oh, you stalker. Twins. Twin shoes. Bam. Whoa. Bam.
What's up?
What's up?
I mean, just hanging.
Just hanging before you perform live
No big deal.
in front of billions of people. If not trillions.
Trillions.
All the contestants and families are voting for themselves right now. Are you voting for yourself?
No, I'm tweeting the fans.
Oh, who are you voting for? Me.
Oh, sorry.
I'm stroking his interview long.
What's this?
Whoa, whoa.
What's this?
This is follow X Factor Access on Facebook and Twitter.
Very nice work.
Thank you, thank you.
So what do you do when the show's actually on? Like, where are you going to be tonight?
I just basically run around and try to find the contestants, which is difficult. But there's a room where they all watch it together. So I do that.
What's the vibe like in the room where they're all watching?
It's tense. Last week, Stereo Hogs were drooling over Lakota Rain, and that was fun to watch.
Oh my goodness, are we talking about a showman? Is there a showmance going on?
They want it. They want it.
All right, well, good luck tonight.
Thank you.
I'm going to send you on your merry way.
All right.
Get your camera out,
Oh, I already have it.
and we'll check in with you next week, I'm sure.
Thank you.
Yay, bye, Courtney Pants. Back to you guys.
Jim, you can't just steal Courtney away from us like that. Yeah, You better be. Next week she's ours.
But we're not too lonely here at home base, though, because we are now joined by the always feisty and fabulous June Ambrose.
Hi, June.
June.
Welcome back.
Thank you for having me. I've turned in my derby
Yes.
for my bunny ears.
I love it.
It's going to be a wild night. It's going to be
It's
a wild
fierce.
night.
And no joke, you guys wouldn't even believe me, but it's true. You've had this on all day.
I have.
I've seen you on the lot. You see okay,
You know,
right?
it's a creative, inspirational antenna.
Right.
I need this. It's like a satellite to creativity.
Exactly. It's just coming in the perfect amount of ways.
So let's just start off by talking about last week. I know that some of the wardrobe choices came under attack. How do you handle that, or how does that make you feel, since you can't actually stand up and say what you feel about it because you're not on camera?
It's my job to make sure that every contestant is being talked about. Good or bad, it's still press. You know, things happen. I can take responsibility for some things, and some things I can't take responsibility for. But at the end of the day, I think artistically, I'm going to continue to render as much of myself as I can. And if things get edited along the way, I have this platform to kind of set the record straight.
You can always come here and set the record straight.
Thank you.
Now, how difficult is it to work with to work between the needs and wants of the contestants and the needs and wants of the mentors, the judges?
I mean, this is really how the real world works. Like, if I was being hired by a record company, I have to listen to the management, the artist, the label. I mean, there's all these different voices. So this is a real experience about what goes into developing an artist and creating superstars. So, my ears, I have like 5 of them.
You really, literally do.
Well, now I have 4 ears. This is what this job has done to me. I have to listen to the world. Yeah.
So, without getting too contestant specific, can you tantalize us as to what we might be seeing tonight?
Well, it's Hollywood week, so I'm definitely showing up. This week, contestants are showing up in their superstar mode. I mean, I'm talking red carpet chaos ready. I'm talking about fantasy, glitz, glamour, whimsical. I think that you're gonna get it when you see it. Some may go a little far. In your opinion, I'm sure you will. I'm sure people are going to say, June's done it again. She's gone overboard. But it's staged. It's supposed to be chaotic. I am fighting with a couple of contestants, but I'm sure you'll be able to see who won the fight and who didn't.
I love that. Little
that's my disclaimer.
Well, you know me, I definitely have my own style. But
you do.
Being
You're so wonderful to work with, I tell you.
But being that I'm not on the show anymore, how did I do today?
You look great. He knows I like him totally glammed out. His last experience with me, we did a 3-piece velvet smoking jacket. I mean, I love it on the top, but you look great. I love the contrast t-shirt underneath the notch lapel blazer. It's simple. She gets you.
Oh, thank you very much.
And the deep V makes you look much taller.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
That's
Now it's a note in my book.
Tip for all the moves out there. I love it. What do you think you might have done if you had one more week with Phillip? What would you have liked to have done?
I would have loved to put him in a white tuxedo with a nice contrast black lapel. I'm going to have to live vicariously through another contestant because you've left me.
Oh, no,
We'll just have to work together in the future.
You said you've heard it here first.
Exactly.
I got you.
Exactly.
I'm always here for you, Phillip.
Thank you.
Yes.
The love.
Well, as always, June sets the Twitter world on fire with the questions about her trend-setting style. Let's take a look at one of them now.
It says, at Junie Ambrose, hashtag beauty bar question, do you curl your hair every day? Your hair is always perfect.
It is. It always is perfect.
I twist it at night because I like it to have this beachy kind of ratty look. And then in the morning I throw a couple big curls in it with the curling iron. But ceramic curling iron because you don't want to burn off the edges.
Oh.
I have no idea what that means.
I would love to curl your hair.
I do. I totally get it. I know. I need to get going, but before you go, we've actually started a new weekly franchise with June here on the site. June will be joined by the rest of her style council, makeup artiste Christopher Buckle, and hair sculptor Ken Hayes. So tell me about this. The 3 of them are all going to dish on contestants.
We had knee pads flying off the stage last night, I gotta tell you. We struggled in not fitting with her because she's like, I feel like you're taking me somewhere else and I'm not. Did she tell you no wire hangers? Oh, I told her no wire hangers. Over the top makeup, over the top hair, and over the top jacket. Wrong. Yeah. We were in my fitting, we were bebopsing, and I was, I get in the zone with him so that I can channel him. I mean, I told him he was a burrito of just funkiness. I see this exaggerated, amazing plaid, big skirt, but as a train. Yes. Stay tuned.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Are you excited?
It's so much fun. I love doing that because, again, we get to set the record straight. We get to talk shop. And